morning everybody and welcome back. My name is Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small little business called The Flower Patch in Mansfield. Before we start, I'd just like to say another few welcomes to some new subscribers. First of all, Jeremy J. Aldrich. Now I'm not sure if I mentioned your name, but if not, then I'm saying it now, but if I have, then welcome again. Jacqueline Roby, and also Emerencia Horvath. All welcome to the Flower Patch, and I hope you're dearly enjoying my videos. Right, I had a little message off of a dear subscriber last night called Julie. She asked if I've ever done any deco mesh wreaths or anything like that. Yes, I have done deco mesh wreaths. Where I live, it's not as popular as it is in the United States of America. For where we live in the UK, it's more of a traditional wreath, you know, with the leaves, the ferns, the flowers, the roses, things like that. There's not a lot of people who tend to go for the deco mesh, especially the middle-aged to the older generation. But I've got two of the same style. The others that I've done of the fluffy ones where I've added foliage and flowers into it, they've all sold. Not around here, so, you know, around the UK. So first of all, I'm going to show you the pink one. Now, Julie, this is the pink one where I've done it for a teenager. And that's for when, you know what teenagers are like. Young girls, they like all the pinks, purples and things like that. So I decided to do one with the petals there in the white deco mesh, and then the cerise pink, and then on the second row I did the purple with the cerise pink, and then on the third row I did the white with the purple, and then in the centre, instead of buying any centres that you can, I got a big chrysanthemum, cut the stem all the way off to the top and glued it in on the front. So that's the pink one that I've done. And I've also on the back, I've put in felt and I've attached it to the back, so if it is on any door or anything, it's not going to scratch. So that's the purple one. I've done a bigger one, but this one is my favourite, black and white. Now I think that is very, very striking. So yes, I've done them in the black with the gold stripes, and you know, going through, and then the white. Well, this one's an ivory with the gold. If I bring this slightly closer, you may be able to see the fleckles, because the pink one didn't have it. So as you can see, the gold along here and also on the cream. And again, like I say, I've just got a big head from a chrysanthemum, cut it all the way off and glued it to the centre. And I've also, if you can see, put black on the back so it doesn't scrape the doors, and I've attached a piece of rope so it can hang from the doors. So that's the black and white one, Julie. But yes, I do them. Like I say, they're not very popular in Mansfield, so I don't seem to get a lot of orders for these. So if I just put those out the way. And also, somebody's also private messaged me asking if I do funerals. Well, funny enough, yesterday, for a dear friend of mine, unfortunately, her daughter's grandma and her mum have passed away, and have asked me to do something for them. So I have done, which says Nan, which is obviously grandma, in yellows with orange flowers. And then I'm also doing one for mum, which is going to be the reverse, orange with yellow flowers. So yes, I do funeral ones, and they will sit in the hearse as the hearse travels to the crematorium or the cemetery site. So yes, I do. So I just thought we'd get those out of the way before we actually carry on and answer, you know, everybody's questions. Right. I've got a Buddha's head, which I've shown you, I think, a few weeks ago, and I said occasionally I'd already made it up. I like to change the flowers on it. So last night I removed all the flowers, cleaned it down. I mean, there's a little bit of a scrape here on her face, but I mean, I've got scrapes everywhere. I've got wrinkles everywhere. So if I've got them, she's got to have them. I can't be left on my own now with the wrinkles. And she's got a cover underneath. It was a lampshade. There's where the cable came out from the back. So I've removed all the mechanics, the metal pole that was here, you know, for the bulb and the lampshade, taken it all off. So I thought, because you didn't see me do it last time, I shall do it again. But bear in mind, I've not got hardly anything to play with here. I've got a tiny, tiny little hole. So what I do, I put something in the centre to work around, and then all my foliage I stick to the top on the outside of my little Buddha's head. Well, say little. Let's see how big she is. I don't even know myself. So in inches, she's 14 inches high. So I guess she's a big girl. So yes, that's what we're going to do today. So let's first of all go through all of our foliage and everything. Right, I've just got a bit of ivy. Just I've cut oddments off of my vine. I didn't want a lot because, you know, I'm going to make her a new hairstyle. We all have to have his hairstyles renewed every so often. I've not long had mine done, so again, if I have, she can. So there we have it. That's a bit of ivy. Now, I had this out the other day and I cut it really short, I think to put in, oh, it's sold. Sorry, it's sold. I think it has. Yes, it's sold. The one with the long tall one in the long bars. Gosh, I forgot what I was selling. So we didn't use it. And that's a spider plant. And we're going to, may go to use that and sit that at the front. Give her a bit of, I suppose, or even at the side, a different little texture. I've got some orange fern. I'm not going to put all of this in. This had one of those old elastic bands on and it just come off as I got them out. So I thought, well, I'll just leave them free on the table. But they're the orange fern that I've got as well. Oh, and just to let you know, guys, and you, Irma, it is very cold here today. Very, very cold. We've got 85% chance of rain. Well, it's already started raining outside. That's why I've got my hoodie on today, because it is freezing. And I didn't want the heater on because I've warmed it up and the noise in the background. My cat sat over there on his blanket, cleaning himself, so hopefully he's a good boy. So fingers crossed on him again. I've also got out some, I do like this willow stem, because it's pointy. I mean, I've got oddments and a stem, part of a stem there, but you can just, you know, probably you can't even see it. Just hang bits over again like that, or even at the back. You could give her long hair at the back. Just think you're a hairdresser in a salon, making somebody up. And I've also got the wispy bits, perhaps to give her long bits of hair as well. So I do like those. Oh, another oddment of the willow. And I've also got the weeping willow, which I mistakenly called it the hanging ruscus. No such thing. But the weeping willow, I've got that because I thought, well, if I got one of those, wouldn't that look nice hanging down? You could even make a ponytail out of it like that and put a ribbon on it. You could do that. I don't think I'm going to use these because I want to incorporate gold, orange and yellow. I'm not sure about these sparkly grasses. We may use them, we may curl them over just to give a different theme. She could even have punk style hair all the way across going down to the back. So I've got those and I've cut off 3 pieces of the gold fern. I've cut those really small because I don't want them long. So I knew I wanted small ones, so it didn't bother me cutting them short. And I've removed a few of the leaves as well. So we're going to use those. And these are the couple that I got out yesterday, the palm in gold. So I thought we may use those also. And these are like the papery effect, as you can hear, the palm. I've got quite a few of these. So I've got those, and I actually thought I may cross them over at the back and use that as a crown. And the reason I wanted it like that, because the only thing that's going in the centre is, which I've cut the stem right down, my bulrush. Now this is a bulrush for definitely. It said bulrush, I knew it was a bulrush, not like the others on the flowers. Don't get me started. That's going in the centre. I've measured the stem, so that's going in the centre, and I thought we could do that. So that's why I got the big bulrush. I've got out some lilies as well, some yellow lilies. These are more of a rubbery texture. They're not silk, but you know what, guys? They are beautiful. I don't mind if they're rubbery texture. You know, it's just the way the detail on them that I also look for, as well as, you know, the quality. They wasn't expensive, but they wasn't cheap either. So it was about in the price range that I assumed they would be. So that's for those. I've also got out just a few bits of the sunflower in case I want to incorporate them and give her some earrings at the side. I'm going to fancy this lady up. She's come for a makeover, so she's having one. So they could be her earrings. And I've also got a couple of oddments from this, and then another stem. What do they call it again? Amber flower, which is gorgeous. Really gorgeous. I can't even remember where I got it from. It just says the fall collection, golden amber flower spray, 90 centimetres. It doesn't have the company name on. Oh, it does. The range. Oh, it does right at the back, guys. It's from the range. So if you're looking for that, guys, go to the range if you like it. And if they've got some, grab them. Because I don't know if they may be seasonal with them being an autumnal colour. Because that's the reason why I went for some autumnal things for the wreaths. And I spotted them. So I don't know if they're just a seasonal thing. Excuse me. And also, of course, my little calla lilies in yellow. Now, I think it was Sandra who asked where I got these from. I don't usually give out the price of things, you know, of everything. But these are very cheap. Very, very cheap. They are lovely. They are plastic. They're not silk. But they are UV protected as well in the sunlight and waterproof. So these, as I was looking for something on Shein, I spotted them. So if anybody wants these, or Temu, spelled T-E-M-U, I think that's how you say it. Is it Temu or Temu? One or the other. You get them on there as well. You can buy them in bulk, which I do. And yes, the plastic, and you get them off Shein or Temu, and they are very, very cheap. Hence the reason I have got lots of them in, and plus they are fabulous for airiness, you know, movement. You know, that's why I use them a lot. And plus calla lilies, I love calla lilies. We've got lots in our garden, so we've not just got the calla lilies, we've got normal, you know, the normal lilies as well. The only problem is some of them come off from the centre. So if you have to look and find, oh, there it is, off the centre. The best thing to do, glue it back in instead of just popping it on, and then you won't have the problem of it coming off again. But you may get some of them coming off on others, but again, just glue those back in as well. They're very nice. So that's those as well. And then I was using these the other day, and I just put them in a bunch with the amaranthus. There's some little seeds there. There's another amaranthus, And that's that really thing, I don't know what it's called, that with the rubbery thing where it bounces back. There's one stem of them in, and again, just a couple of bits of foliage that I may put in here. More than likely I'll put the amaranthus in there more than anything. So that's what we've got for today. So if I just move all my floral to the end, because I like my foliage next to me, because that's where I start, is with my foliage. If you can hear a noise in the background, guys, my dustbin men have arrived and they're emptying the bins on the street. And also I have a gentleman who follows the bin men around and he cleans my bins out for a very cheap price. So that's probably the noise that you may hear. He's a very nice gentleman. So let's put all our foliage here. And let's give our Buddha, there's the elastic band look from that, the orange fern. So let's give her a new hairstyle. And again, foliage at the front, because that's what I'm working with first. Just budge them down here. I've got more space today because my cat, as I say, is fast asleep now over there. Yippee! For now. Let me make sure I'm across far enough. Right. Let's give her a start. First of all, again, I'm going to put the bulrush in. And I am gluing it in. It's easy to get back out. Just place it in slightly. Don't force it, because the stem is wooden and it will snap. There's a bit of excess glue around what's come out, so all you have to do, take that off with your fingers. She's going to love this today, guys. Who doesn't love a makeover? So why shouldn't she? Right, I'm going to glue these onto the bulrush itself, so like that. So I may bring it slightly to the bottom here. So one of the leaves here, which is touching the back of the bulrush, I will put a tiny bit of glue on to hold it for a slightly bit of extra support. So let me just see how far, because I don't want the stem sticking out that far. It's a 45-degree angle. Let's just pop her on first. Hold her there 1 minute while the glue starts to set. And I also want to stick the back, like I've just said, of the leaf. Oh, I can hear the wind. Just stroke the leaf itself. And then hold that on the back as well. I don't think the stems touch the bottom, so I'll sort that in a minute, everybody. Right, let's take that glue off. I'm going to use my metal stick and I'm going to glue it just on the Buddha's head where it's sitting, and then I'll remove the excess glue around it. Just hold that down while she's still in place. We'll just hold it for that extra support. Just check that a little bit more on the leaf, what's on the bulrush at the top. I love creating things out of things that you wouldn't normally do. Again, I don't just do things like this. I do, as you saw, the funerals, the deco mesh wreaths. I also do, you know, like I've done the Halloween wreaths, just all year round wreaths, swags. I've done quite a lot. In fact, Julie, I did a swag what I kept, because my neighbour wants me to keep it because he's brought it off me. And I'll actually show you a swag I've done. It's a Halloween one and he wants me to keep it here until Halloween. So that's the Halloween swag that I did for him. And it's black on the back and it's out of the spruce, and he wants me to save it for him. So yes, I do swags as well. So there's not really much that I won't have a go at. I like to think of all different things, and like you say, the cheese grater, the bird feeder, you know, things like this, the telephone. You give me something to work on and I will surely give it a go. Now, tomorrow I've got a little, sorry for delaying everything, but I've got a little, what we have here, post box. I know you in America, you have these wonderful post box where you put your mail in, the long ones like that stand on the edge of your garden. We don't have anything like that, and I'd love to. You can buy them, but it's very rare you see them, and I would love one of those just for my garden. But the thing is, we have littler ones, what you put on your wall near your front door. So I'm going to do one of those, what my mum had, and then she gave me thinking I'd put it on my door. Well, it doesn't match the colour of my door because my door is dark grey. So I've just kept it in here and it's up there doing nothing. So I spotted it yesterday when I was doing the funeral ones after the video, and I thought, oh gosh, why didn't I use that? Of all things, I haven't used it. So I'm going to put that like that, and I would cut this one as well. Now I'm going to put the glue on first on the leaf. All I'm doing, if you can see, is just sliding the glue just up it, and just a little bit more, because I do want it to stick near the tip as well. Just grab any, I keep calling them spider's webs, glue strings, place it there and push it again onto there. Let's have a look. Oh, doesn't she look wonderful? It's like she's going to a festival of some sort. I love out like this. Let me just cut that slightly shorter. And then I'm going to put some glue on top, so where she's placed. Grab the glue string and just hold her in. Just get this bit of glue. We don't want her going out of here looking like she's only half done with all the glue strings. Right, let me just hold that again. I need to hold this a little bit in place for just a few seconds. There. So that's that one. I've spotted another glue string, as well as all over my fingers. Oh, I've got my wonderful sister-in-law and her husband coming for tea tonight, coming to eat with us. Doesn't she look fab? Right, let me see which are more likely the ones to put. I think the smaller ones. I want to put those there. And just behind there, sneak it under. Oops, the daisy, but you get what I'm trying to say, to bring it under. So let's get these glued in. Let's move that in. Yes, the video wasn't very long yesterday, everybody, due to me having the funeral flowers that I had to do. And I mean, they don't take me as long as they used to do when I very first did them, because that was my where I started out was in funeral flowers. But I wanted to put all my care and attention into them. So I was going to do the other one yesterday, but 4 o'clock came quicker than I thought. And the cat came in, meowing in my face, wouldn't leave me alone while I was doing them. So in the end, I ended up giving in and shutting up my shop just to please the cat. Now, isn't that awful? Now on that one, there's a little bit I want to put there. If you can see, I'm just going to show you. Just, I'll hold it, but just there, leaning over. Just like her. Isn't she beautiful? If I just, you know what? I can't believe how many hairstyles you can actually do for her. She changes her mind every every week or every couple of weeks. Only kidding, guys. Now I want to see what I'm going to do with these. I don't want to put too many everywhere, so I may, let's see how high they are. Just straightening that stem up. I don't want to spoil this bit. Let me leave these out a moment. Now, I'm going to take one of these off and I'm going to have a look. Because if I'm not happy, I won't use it. Oh, I don't know. Let me curl a few up. By curling them up, all I say is just grab your nail, your thumb and your forefinger with your nail. I mean, I've not got none. You all with the long nails who can work with floristry with your long nails, you shouldn't have a problem. Oh, there we go. If you can see it. I don't want them all the same, so some I may press tighter to get a tighter curl. Like that. Oh, that's, let me cut that bit off at there. I don't like that bit hanging. So there's a different type of curl there. I should have done this before we started. Mind you, I didn't know I was going to use it. So you can even do 2 together. You don't just have to do them one by one or even more together. Like that. Now, don't that look funky? Oh, I just like that. Look, I think I like that, guys. I think in the centre, if anything. Let's just see how big. I need to cut there. And I think I will only just use one. I won't go higher than 1 with these. Now I'm going to try and go behind the fan at the back, in between both of them. And just bring it there, and then the same thing, get my glue stick and stick it to the back of one of the fan leaves. And just hold that there a few seconds as well. Let me just have a look. Oh yes, if you can see, everybody, don't she look beautiful already? I talk to things like this like it's a real person. I won't tell you how I am when the camera's not running. You may think I'm all crazy, so I won't share that with my... I do. I sit there and I go, Are you sure you like that? I like it. If it was me, I would have this. Wouldn't you? Do you want a different colour? And sometimes ask if she wants all her hairspray in a different colour. You know, things like that. I think being on it running a business by myself, it's sending me crazy. Let me just take this plastic off the bottom again. Oh, I've got no nails. I want to just see what it's like with the bit of greenery. Make her look like she's got long hair. Oh dear, yes, we're going to put those there. Because these are long and they're wispy, I tend to hold them because putting them in the glue, I've experienced in the past, they're going in with the glue. So I'm going to just place that there. And the place that I'm placing this, and I'll show you one moment once it's dry. I just want to give it a bit of an extra hold more than the others with it going on ceramic. Just remove some of the glue what's seeped out. And that's how I've placed her on the back. All I've done is glued it to the ceramic and left it like that. I mean, you could, if you like, lift it up because it is wired to give an extra bit of a bounce. You know, coming out like that instead of touching her head flat. And why I've done the main stem, I'm going to go under where it's here, and I'm just going to do the same and just stick that on there to give extra support. Let's get another one. Oh, it's here. One's come off. So dip that in your glue. Place that on there. Oh, I can hear the rain. It's coming. Right, do the same again with this one on the back. And I'm going to crisscross them over at the back. And I'm going to hold that while that one dries. And I'm going to just put a bit of glue under there. And then press that down for the extra support. Oh, you look wonderful. Now I could have these all going. I think I'm going to put all these, as you can see, at the back, all coming down. Just so she's got that hair at the back. So that's what I'm going to do. You cannot touch the back if you don't want to touch the back, and just put even small flowers. Let me just get one. I think I had an oddment of the sunflower, yes. Cut the sunflower off right near there. Place it in the front there, and just put little flowers all around the front at a low level. In fact, that might be a good idea. I like. Oh gosh, here I go. Carry on, let me carry on. So I don't want to spoil that, so I think this is going to be the main focal point with the fan and the hanging there. So yes, I'm going to put those on there. And oh yes guys, if you are ordering off a Shein or Temu, especially here in the UK, they do tend to take approximately 10 days for the delivery. I think on Shein, if you order over £35, it's free delivery. I think on Temu it's just free delivery anyway. But yes, bear that in mind with both of them. They take around 10 days for your items to get to you. So order in advance. Especially if you want them for a certain date. Make sure that you order them in advance. So as you can see, that's her hair at the back. I think, I've got one more to fill in that gap there. I don't need the stem that long. So let's cut the stem quite far down. And all I'm doing, again, with the glue, I'm just gluing it on to where all the others are. Just pressing it down a few seconds. And then once it's down, then I will just shape it into the shape that I'd like it to sit. I could, I think, do with one more there. Oh gosh, I think these are all together. Well, not all of them. I've got several bunches clumped together like this, guys. So there's a lot there. I only need one. Oh, that was lucky. I've got an oddment in there. Oh my gosh. Must be luck today. And just one more to fill in that other bit of space. And again, I'm just gluing it on top of the other stems of the flowers, the foliage. That's all I'm doing. Because once you start building up, to start with, you can start putting things on the ceramic and gluing it to there. But then once you've got all, your foliage that starts building up, you can glue on top of each foliage stem. You haven't got to keep putting it on the ceramics. She looks like she's just got out of bed. I will sort her out at the back. She will have some nice flowers at the back. I just want to get the foliage done first. I'm not going to leave her looking a bit... Oh, it looks a bit scary, that, don't it? Medusa. But with leaves. Right, I've got these small bits of my wispy vine. I think we've got to put the odd one in because we've got to co-join it to make it look like it's all together. So I don't want too much, too bland at the back. Yeah, I think that's all right because it's very fine and it's very wispy. You still see this and it's not too much. So we'll glue those on to the back as well. But these I will be gluing on to this. So I want that there. So just press the glue so it starts to stick. Oops, sorry. Let me put a little bit more further up just to give it that extra strength. out. Now with this one, I'm going to cut this. I think this is slightly too long. In fact, what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to just slide it all the way, the glue, down the stem. I think because they look like she's got wings, might have to just manoeuvre them slightly. I'm going to hold here when I do it because obviously I don't want them just coming off. So I do the same with this, move it slightly in and maybe down a bit. I think I've got to have something there. Now I've put those there. So a bit of green up there. Keep getting that caught. So we'll do the same with this one. Just hold it, guys. Let's just have a quick look. Yeah, that's better. Just to fill in that. We'll cut this one as well. They all push up, so you can manoeuvre the leaves up or down. Then we'll do the same on this side. And the position where I'm gluing it is right next to the this stem at the back. And I'll show you in one moment. Right, co-join next to each other on the other side. So if I bring her forward, that's what she's looking like on the top at the moment. And that's what she looks like. She's heavy at the back. So I won't put any more of that vine in yet. I do have, like I say, the ivy. Now I do look, I've got ivy and I do, it's not this nice. Mine's a small ivy, the littler leaves in the hanging baskets. So let me have a look what I can do. I've got a little one here. Yeah, I'm going to put the little one just there. So I'm going to move the leaves around because I don't want them all at the top next to each other. Yeah. So cut that slightly short. And the reason I'm using my metal stick to put the glue in is because I'm trying to avoid getting a lot of glue on the ceramic. Once now I'm building it up, I'm trying to keep the glue attached to the other things that I have in here. And I'm using them for the flowers to stick to and the foliage. See, that's not doing as much as I want it to. So it's not as centre, so I'll move that one slightly more centre. But to keep it in place, you know, if you think it's not in the centre, excuse me. I think this cold weather just keeps giving me a cold. Then it goes, then as soon as it goes, comes again, it brings it back. Glue just to the back of a stem, or leaf, should I say, and then glue it in place on the other one, and just hold it a couple of seconds, and then your flower or your leaf will stay there in that position. Oh, she's a pretty girl. I don't know about these now, because these will, if I put them in, cover that, and they will cover this, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. They might look nice at the back there. We'll see. Let's have a look at our fern. I'm just turning it into the position I want the leaves. And I'm just going to place it there. No, that don't look right there. I might not even use these. Just going to see. All these plastic stems. Curl that one to an angle. I'll show you in a minute what I'm doing. I'm just trying to add a little bit more different texture. I think I may put those there. I've not glued anything in there yet, as of yet. I'm just placing to make sure I like it. Oh, good gracious. Hands with butter in again. Oh, aren't I more moany about things? Sorry guys, I'm usually really cheerful. I'm not usually like this. I think it's just, I'm sick of the weather. I think we're all sick of the weather around here. It can become quite depressing. Right, what I'm going to do with the gold palm. As you can see, her hair looks a bit like she's just got out of bed still. I want to start adding, if I push that up there just to show you, just a bit of gold into it at the back. She's got the gold at the front, so you know, to make it, you know, balance, add bits of gold in the back. Don't just leave it green. You know, you want to, because people may want to look at it from behind and say, oh, that's nice, it's lovely. You know, they don't just want to say, oh, you've not really done much at the back. So yeah, add bits at the back as well. Just, you know, transfer your colour all the way, you know, on things like this anyway, all the way around. So I'm going to put that, glue that to one of these weeping willow stems. So then she just hangs over like that. I'm going to do the other one. Just slightly bend it before I put it in. And then do the same, glue it to one of the weeping willow stems. She's a beautiful girl, and she doesn't know it yet. Right. I've got that, haven't I? Oh, why have I forgot that? Guys, Let me just take it off of that if I can. Oh, no, I can't. It's all falling apart. Oh, yeah. Why didn't I think of that? Oh, I don't know. I think the bottom ones, it goes bigger at the bottom. See how daft? You go in size order. Larger to smaller. To the smallest one. I'm going to glue it in at the last piece. Let's glue that bit in at the top, because these don't have anything holding them in. It's better. Yeah, what I was going to say, I'll cut the stem instead of pulling it. Just look at the position that you want. And sit that just there. Don't she look lovely? It's just moving a moment because I've not glued it in, but that sort of effect. Yes, she's going there. Again, there's a bit of plastic on the end here. Right, so I'm going to, because this is quite bulky, I'm putting slightly bit more glue on it for it to sit in place. And I'm going to hold it for a few seconds, because it will move. See, that's moving that side. Keeps going to that side, and I don't want that. So a little bit more glue on another leaf. And it's that leaf there. So let's just bring it over and attach it onto that one. And that one should, for definite, hold it in place. Remove any glue, as well as on your fingers. Because the thing is, if you don't remove it, the glue, you can transfer it back when you're putting something else in. And then all these spidery, webby bits will get, you know, attached to all different things. So you'll be making it worse for yourself because you'll be picking more out. Yeah, I think she looks wonderful. And you know what? Let me just have a look. Because they're gold. I think they look really pretty. Let me bend the stem a moment. I do like it without anything on. So, you don't always, like I always do, you know, go really full on. You can keep it to a minimal. Yeah, I'm going to put these slightly here because I want to start bringing flowers, as you can see, because these go all the way around. I want to start just a little bit poking out from the top on the other side, but start incorporating flowers here. If you don't want to put too much of flowers in, if I could get it, just pull them off and glue them on to the back. If I can hold it for you. Just glue them onto the back of the fan, and then you've got your bit of floral at the back. In fact, that's quite a nice idea. These are very hard to get back on because they are quite tight. Oh, very good quality. Or I could, like I've just said, go across there instead. So I think I'm going to go across, so slightly a bit is poking from that way, so it will bring it round the front. So I'm just going to make, I want it about there to cut. And again, I just turn her around. Just glue my stem. I should have got my glue gun out for this, because I do have a glue gun, or 3. Don't ask me why I've got 3, guys. I really don't know. I think I bought myself one. Then at Christmas, one Christmas, my husband bought me one. And I think the following, when it was my birthday, a few months after Christmas, well, a month after Christmas, I think my other son bought me one. So, yeah, I'm sure it's that. So now I've got 3. And I still stick to the first one that I bought. I'm going to just put a little bit on here. So this holds on there. Again, to give it that support near the top. Just press it from the front to the back. Oh, she's a pretty girl. That's from the back. I'm sure I had more of these smaller cuts. I can't see any. No, I can't see any. And I'm not going to do these all the same length. You know, with that one, I may just bring that one here, in fact, to bring that at the back. So we'll stick that to the back. Again, just be careful with your glue. And I'm going to just press it on there a moment. I haven't got to stand here and wait till it's fully dry. Just a few seconds. And then once you take your hand off, if it's still moving outwards, keep hold of it. Just a few more seconds. If you can see the stem coming away from the palm. Here we go. So she's got that at the back as well. I may actually put a few of those at the front. Excuse me. Just the odd ones. The cut that way, I've just took another stem off. I don't like it to see it look like. Right, I'm going to keep that one there. Or do I put it the other side actually? That's where I want that one placing. Oh, there's another bit there that I've missed. Right, yeah. I'll cut that there. She can go here. That's on the front, so I'll keep those there while I'm finishing off the back. We may as well use all of this. I could bring some just further down, or if you feel like you'd like to bring some down in a hair, that's fine. But the reason I want to be using things, oh, I've got another little piece here. I want to be using things like the calla lilies to bring down, or maybe the odd little miniature sunflower, or even a bit of the I've got lots of lilies, or even a lily. I don't want to overdo her. I don't want it to look daft, but I also want it to look quite elegant at the same time. So where did I go with that one? That's glued. So in fact, she can have a smaller one there. I'm going to stick that onto that wood. Now I'm going to get my glue stick. And then glue her on to the back of the fan. Yeah, it's like she's going to some sort of a festival. You know, Mardi Gras, something like that. So that's what it's like on the back. So I'm going on the front, and I'm also going to put these in. Bit of the blue string. The worst thing about these glue strings, they wrap around your rings, especially with me having a big ring on this one. Oh my good gracious me, it's everywhere. At least you can see it on this ring. You can't on the others. Right, so we're going to just place that coming up by itself. I'm going to get my glue stick again. Rub the back of the stem further up. Now I know where I need to go with it. And then just press her on again. I was determined I was going to use this. What a great thought when I saw it. The other one. Right. Now the other one, there's not really much on that, but I don't mind. We're going to stick that there. Or, in fact, where's that fluffy one? No, I'm going to put this one in. They're very strong stems, these, very strong. So if I push that there, I don't need to be gluing that on because that is glued behind the bulrush. Just fluff your leaves up into a position what looks pretty. So that's that. So because I've got these left, let's get rid of this tag. I don't know why I keep the tags on right to the end. I'm so weird. Right, I've got little ones. I'm going to take all of these little ones off. And I'm going to dot them around. I don't need this stem. And I'm going to dot them around. So I'm going to put the odd one here. I'm not just going to put them there. Let me just cut these, and I'm going to cut these really short to the point where there's, you might, you know, there's hardly any stem. Well, I say hardly, there's about 4mm stem, and that's it. As you can see, I've taken virtually every bit of it off. Put another one there. I don't want one there because that's going to look daft. Or will it? Yeah, that looks daft. I've missed a stem. So like the bouquet is also around the front is gathered. So we're going to put those there. Save the other two and put those there at the back. So as you can see, I'm going to put the other two at the bottom at the back. So let's get those glued in. And again, I'm going to use my stick and I'm going to go over, just touching the bottom of the leaves, because this has got to sit flat on the ceramic. Oh, it's following me. So that will go just there. Can you see the glue strings again, guys? Oh, there. They're following me everywhere. They're very, very fine. I bet you all know who's got a glue pan. You know what it's like. You're forever peeling your hands. Oh, I've got a bit there as well. And the thing is, I can feel it on me and I can't work knowing I've got glue on me. It irritates me. I'm going to dump that actually to make it easier. So that's that. I'm going to put that at this side, and this is to hide all at the bottom, at the top of the stems of all your weeping willow. so you can't see. And then we're going to point this way, guys, why I just put these on the front. I want to hold these really tight and dip them. So that one. There. And this one here. And I'm going to, I might put that actually in the centre there. I've put the one in the centre of this spider plant to set that off. I don't think I'm going to be using these. I really don't. No, they're just not fitting in with. Even though I'm using that colour, it's just the texture and the against the weeping willow. We've got the spikiness and that. We don't need no more of this to add to it. It's just taking the look away. So let me just, oh my goodness, let me just grab an elastic band, one of my new ones. Keep them all together as a clump. They can go in there. Right, we've got the amaranthus as well. And that's a beautiful colour. You could add that into it. That looks much better. It looks really much better than what we had. Yeah, very much so. Right, this is a paperback. And I've already, let me peel it off a little. I've already used my brown tape on it because it was a paperback, and because these stems were brown, I used my brown tape to, you know, carry that colour on to wrap it around. Right, I want to see how long I want these first. Yeah, right length. So we're going to lean that. And then glue that to the weeping willow stems. Just turn that one round like that. Let's look for another one. I don't want that leaf on, so I'll cut that leaf off. A little bit of fern. Do the same on the other side. I'm just going to turn it around this side, everybody, so I can. Yeah, right, the right length, is it? No, shorter. That is going to be glued just to that. Just going to hold it. So I'm gluing it to part of the stem on the weeping willow and also the back of the palm. I'm just going to slightly bend. Let's just make sure it's gluing. Well, I think you look beautiful. I'd go dressed like this to a Mardi Gras or something. I think she's stunning. if I do say so myself. Now I've got these single ones of these amaranthus, which are slightly darker in colour than what they are. So I was just, yes, I'm going to put one either side of the bulrush, because I don't want the bulrush just to be looking like it's by itself. I actually do want something with it, but not a lot to hide this. So once I put these in, I won't put anything else at the top, because I do want to see that fan. So if I just measure where I'd like them to sit, perhaps there. So I want to cut them there. And measure this one, cut that one at the same. And let me just turn her around. I think we may need to get us some glue and stick it onto the palm. I keep wanting to say fern. And then just hold it on. That's one. In fact, I'll do it before I put it in. See a gap, right. Now I don't think that one had enough glue on. Because it's come away. Follow the glue string, take it off. I think I've got a bit of an awkward one. Oh my good gracious me. Slightly. It's just slightly being awkward. It's not wanting to stick. Let me try again, guys. If it doesn't work again, then I'm going to take it out and I'm going to just glue it to the bottom of it, or actually on the bulrush itself. That might be a better idea. And just slightly lean. Yeah, I think, oh mind you, that one's stuck now. We'll keep going. I will fight it until it does what I want it to do. I'm not a quitter. I'm really not a quitter. You can see the glue string. Take that one off. Now hold. That's better. Remove the excess dried glue around it. I don't like to see that. There. Oh, she was fussy on that one, weren't she? Well, well, well. Right, I've got this. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I may have that slightly hanging at the back. Instead of putting more things up here, you know, that's what I'm trying to avoid by loading it at the top. I can do less. I may bring that to add a bit of colour. I may cut them off and just add a bit of colour hanging as well. In fact, yeah, I'll do that because these are on paperback. Let me cut that one to that length instead of pulling it. Right, brown tape. And I'm going to, let me just move her there. Sorry guys, I keep getting bits of stem what's gone on the floor and I tread on them. And I'm going to tape these up at the bottom. Take that bit of paper off. Give them more of a fresh look and also a professional look at the same time. These tapes do, if you're not sure or never used them before, do go sticky as you pull them. When you stretch them, they begin to get sticky, so that's the secret of these. Sometimes they do leave a bit of a sticky feeling on your fingers, but you can wash your hands. It does come off. Well, my husband and one of my sons yesterday, because the other one was at work till late, for his tea. I don't like things like this. I don't eat takeaways. I really don't like them. I've tried them, don't get me wrong, it's not that I haven't tried them. I have tried, but I just don't like takeaways. I prefer, I mean, don't get me wrong, I will go to a restaurant and have a meal, you know, but it has to be cooked fresh. I don't like processed food, where, you know, especially like McDonald's, they just drop it in quick and out. I've been to McDonald's and had a bad experience before in the past, and that has put me off from all other takeaways, like Kentucky Fried Chicken, Burger King, obviously McDonald's and other places like that. It has put me off 100%. I experienced once when I ordered a McDonald's, and I ordered obviously burger with fries and things like that. I bit into the burger and I love what they're called, gherkins. I was brought up on gherkins. My mum, she's German and they had them a lot, and we had them a lot. I'm not saying they're German things, but you know, I bit into it and I couldn't taste the mayonnaise. So I opened the bap and there was a great big moth, a white one, at least like that, on the top of my burger, and I just missed by about 1 mil biting into its head. I don't know why they put that on there. I don't think it was funny. You know, I thought it was absolutely horrendous. I took it back, got in the car, took it back, and the cheeky man turned around and said, well, we'll give you a free meal. I stood there, free meal? Do you think I'm going to purchase anything from you again? And I just stood in the middle of the shop of McDonald's and shouted, everybody look, I've just ordered this takeaway delivered to my home and look what's on it, like that. And I went round like this and shown everybody. Oh, I said, and you're putting all your kiddies at risk because you don't know what they're eating, like that. Oh, I was absolutely and I do, was anything that I thought that was below the belt. You don't do that to people. That's cruel, really, really cruel. So that's put me off of everything. So last night I treated my husband, because he likes takeaways and my kids do, and they had a Burger King, and my husband wanted 2 double Whopper meals. He didn't realise how big they were going to come, and extra fries. Oh my gosh. So when they arrived, he went, whose is this one? I said, it's yours. You asked for 2. He says, I can't eat that one. I says, well, you're going to, because just for what it was very expensive, very, very expensive. It's not cheap, Burger King, but my husband does like it. So when I told him the price, he sat there, how much? Like this. So I'm hoping he don't order no more, because at price. No, not really. But yeah, that has put me off. So I don't eat them. And I think, and that I used to eat Domino's pizzas, but it's even put me off with the pizzas. You know, absolutely everything. And I just can't. No, I can't even go to the chip shop, you know, and go and get some chips, because the smell of the oil, what's been frying and burning all day, makes me feel sick. So it's awful. It's awful, because bear in mind, I used to love them. But because of that silly man in McDonald's, he's ruined it for me. And I just won't go again. But yeah, I had to tell you that, because oh my gosh, just check your burgers, everybody. Especially with McDonald's. I don't know, I've never experienced anyone have it done with them from Burger King or, you know, Wimpy or anything like that. But just check your children's, especially their burgers, because that is disgusting. So yes, that gentleman put me off for life, off of all takeaways. Oh, got another one. So I just thought I'd share that with you. Just be careful. So now, that's probably why I'm so skinny. Because I loved them. Really, I loved them. I had a fetish for pizzas where I'd want one at least twice a week. Now, I don't like the smell of them. So yeah, thanks to that gentleman. Well, I won't call him a gentleman because he wasn't. Right, I've put, oh, I thought that was a glue string there. It's a piece of the ribbon, the grass. I've put these at the back to give her an orange look. And I'm going to lift this. Oh, she's heavy. I'm going to bring that forward to show you how she looks there. So with the those little curly bits and your amaranthus hanging low, and I've just put a couple of curly bits there what aren't really going to show. And the amaranthus has come away again from the bulrush. So I think I'm going to glue it behind the amaranthus, the bulrush. And then just manipulate it forward. So yeah guys, what a terrible, terrible experience. That's better. Right, take off some of this, I can see. Goes in the bin. There. So never again. Has anybody else had any bad experiences like that? And if you have, how have you gone off about it? Did you scream, shout? Like me, scream, shout, or did you just, or was you calm? Because I'm a very jolly person. I love happiness. I love, you know, to have a laugh. I love life. I want to be on this planet forever. I know it's not going to happen, but I really do. But how would you react if that happened? Would you be calm about it? I wasn't. If something like that happens to me, I sort of like, from being happy and jolly, I flip and I go into like, well, what my husband says, an evil mode. I don't agree with that, but I do prove a point and I do voice my opinion when something's definitely wrong. Because you can't treat people like that, guys. You really can't. That is so, so cruel. So, let me know how you'd react. And if you think I went off, you know, went about it the wrong way. I mean, it's a bit late now because that was a few years ago. But, how, you know, would you have reacted the same way as me? Or would you have gone worse, in fact? And the weirdest thing is, it wasn't at the time, but now my youngest son's friend who we went to school with is the manager of McDonald's. And I've said to him, I'll never shop at your shop. And he said, well, I won't let that happen to you. And I've just turned around and said, I don't care. You'll never get my money. So that's how I reacted. You know, you do something bad to me, you'll never see me again. I only give, it's like, just, you know, with people as well. I do forgive people, you know, over things, depending on the situation. But if it's really a bad situation, then you don't get another chance with me. I'm very stubborn like that. But that's only because I'm protecting myself and my family. I don't want nobody to hurt them. So guys, enough of me rabbiting on and moaning again. I bet Julie's having a right laugh at me. No, is there two in there? Oh, oh, oh. Oh, that one hasn't got a stem on it. I'm going to put a stem on these and just get another one. Glue it in so it doesn't come off. And what I've done on the back here with the amaranthus, I've just stuck a couple of amaranthus there. I really can't make my mind up whether to bring, you know, the odd one down here, or just put another one here, but not going over the back of the fan. You know, like that. No. So, I don't want to touch the front, so do I just put one? Yeah, I'm going to put one there, guys. I'm going to stick that behind the flower. So I've got just two there, so it looks like she's got a long, so she looks like that's her fringe, and then the longer bits of her fringe are coming down to the longer length of her hair. I've got one little one left, so it's not got a stem on it. So do I don't want to make her look silly. Just centralise it. Oh no. Oh no. I'll put it there. And I'm not going to put a stem on this because I'm just going to glue this to the bulrush in front of it. I'm pushing it as far as I can down. just like that. I don't think I want the berries in. Oh gosh, I don't know now, guys. To add a different bit of texture, again, if I take them off, oh, I can see a glue string. I think adding a little bit of a texture just to the bottom. Under the flower itself. One on one side, one on the other. Again, just like that. So with that one, no, I'm not going to use that one. We've not even gone on to his flowers, really. No, not at all. I don't want no more ivy. Now, let's see with these. Now this will probably make me say no. I think she looks wonderful. No, she looks wonderful already without them. So if I just attach those to the bigger one, put them all together in there. Right, flowers. Again, like I say, I have more lilies. I'm just checking, guys. Neither. I don't want that there because that's going to cover the gold leaf. Could, like I say, have earrings. Earrings. 2 earrings. Oh, look at that, guys. Well, all these are glued in quite tough. There we go. What I'm thinking of doing, just to give her those little summery earrings at the side. So let's do it for her. And I'm going to glue, as you may be able to see, all around the plastic here on the bottom. So this green what I'm on is plastic. I want enough on so it can stick to the ceramic. And I'll turn it this way so you can see. And all I'm going to do is place it like that. If it doesn't stick, then I shall do nothing. I'll just keep retrying. Wow. She's looking wonderful. Sorry. Sorry. I just really can't help myself. Because I do singing, I just can't help myself. That starts back about 3 weeks and we're back again. And I'm so looking forward to it. We're going to be practicing our Christmas, for our Christmas concert. So it'll be all new Christmas songs coming. Well, not new, you know, but we'll be doing at this time of year we'll be practicing Christmas for the concert. Some traditional songs, some what you may not have heard of. And then we do the concert and then obviously sell tickets online. Oh my goodness, you are fabulous. Sorry, I'm like a child. Now where we're going to put this one? I'm not going to put that one. I've got some little ones. No, we'll leave the sunflowers because I've got my lilies. They could go at the back. Let's cut these off. Oh, these are strong. I think I got these off of Bella's Floristry Wholesale, where she does an online video where she sells her goods. And if you're a member, then you get them slightly cheaper than you would if you went on the online shop. So that's what she does. And also there's another one, Lily Jade. She's good as well. But she's very fast, very fast. By the time I've written things down that I want, I've forgotten which item number it was. She's very, very fast. So I'm going to put now, if I just place it for you, then I'm going to turn it around. This one, just go in there. Then I'm going to put one either this side as well. And then, oops, a daisy. I'll get that in a moment. I just wanted to show you what else we may do. And then with our calla lilies, bring those down. So she's got a bit of flower hanging down as well. Or if you wish, you could attach that down here or sticking out like that. Take the whole stem off. You know, have one in the centre at the back. That looks quite nice. And then have these around it or just above it. In fact, let me get one. Do I go for a different colour? Do I go for the orange or a white? No, I don't want to incorporate white. So I'm just going to bring in, oh, I don't know now. Find you a rose, yellow rose. I've got several different roses. I've got that one, that one, that one. Gosh, I didn't realise how many different roses I've got. And they're all yellow, believe it or not, but all different shades. Have I got that one out? No, I've not got that one out. Right, these are my roses of different shades. Let's move slightly there. I have a these are all silk, deeper in the middle, but on this end bit it's quite light, creamy colour. But that's one type of rose that I have in yellow. This is a bunch what I've been cutting out. Let's just move those so you can see that one. That's another one which is slightly more open, which is a very light yellow. Now this one is a creamy yellow, and that is that one. We have the darker open rose, the big rose. And you get two on a bunch here. And we have the very baby yellow rose. So all these different shades you can get. So because we've got the darker colour, I may bring a bit of yellow at the top there. Oh, in fact, I could put that lily there. I can get it in. I think this video may be long with me chatting again. Longer than yesterday's. But I do have some work to do as well. I will get it done. Yeah, I'm going to sit that there. I'll show you once I've glued it in. Now these are really thick stems. Really thick stems. So I put quite a bit of glue on this. And I'm just going to hold it because these are quite heavy. And I'm going to hold that lily at the back there. I have put that one there at the front. I haven't placed it in yet. But I thought with it being slim, it would look really nice. Just up at the front. So I'll place that in front of the bulrush as well. Just hold that down. So then she's got that there. The bigger one at the back. That's too big. Yes, I'm just going to have a fact, they're quite, oh no. Let me take another one off of there. Yeah. So I'll put all of these back. We'll leave those out. Right, let's check the leaves on these. I don't trust them. Yeah. They're tacky. I'll show you. I'm going to take it off the stem and I'll show you. For those who've not seen, again, and these are on the roses. You see it there, they look nice and neat. But then as soon as you touch it, look at that, the threads. As soon as you start touching anywhere on the leaf, it's just peeling off or threading. And again, just making it look horrid. You don't want those for your customers. You know, I wouldn't be happy. I could bring that closer. Too awful when the camera just don't zoom in how you want it to. Can you see the threads on it? If I open it slightly up, if I can. There. That's what happens. So that's just not on certain flowers. That's why I say check all your your foliage, because it's not good. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it for my customers for sure. So I'm going to hang those slightly down. And I'm going to just push it through there. Slowly attach it up to the top. Same with that one. Just slightly go through a bit of the palm leaves up to the top. I don't know whether I want these in now. I think they're quite hidden. Something amiss. There's just something amiss. I'm quite happy with the front. It's very minimalistic and I am quite happy with that. I really don't want to do anything. She's got her beautiful earrings in. I've got some earrings that are flowers like this, but mine are daisies. She's got all her amaranthus in and everything. So she's got a lily there. I don't really want to touch that. It's more busier at the back because obviously we've got all this. In fact, let me just see what it'd be like. No, I don't want to cut it because you can cut this, and if I cut it, it looked like she's had an haircut, like she's got a bowl on her head. And I've seen many people have that done in real life, and oh gosh, yeah, well, say no more. I'm sure Julie has noticed people like that, and Sandra, and many more. So I'm not sure whether I want to bring that there because I really don't want to do much more to it. Oh gosh, it's so difficult. I've got some of these that I cut about 5 days ago and put them in a vase. Now they are the Forsythia flowers, and again I've got one of these on my garden. Oh, we won't be using those. And yeah, they are lovely. Now I can't get those off at the bottom because they've got something in the way. Scissors. What time are we on? Oh, is that all? Here's me thinking it was later on in the afternoon. Let's cut the plastic. I don't want it. That's one. It's such a shame with these leaves. It just really is. What I tend to do is pull the leaves down, and because this is a plastic underneath, just cut in 4 places the plastic. 1, like 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock. And just do that and your leaves come off. In fact, I don't even know how many I'm using. See, now doesn't that look better? Just something wispy to go along with the wispiness of the weeping willow. So yeah, we will use these. I got a phone call off my mum yesterday, asking me what everybody wants for Christmas. She's going Christmas shopping. She's terrible, terrible. I do mine early. I got this habit off my mum, but not as early as my mum. I'll wait till, you know, October and then I do mine. But my mum, what do you want for Christmas? What do the boys want for Christmas? What does your husband want for Christmas? And I just said, well, the boys are all at work. My husband's at work. I'm in my workshop. You've caught me off chance. I can't think what I want. It's a bit too early. So yeah. Because my mum says she's going shopping and she wants to know because she wants to pick them all up. Does anybody else do it this early in August? Some people start in January. I know one of my neighbours up the road starts in January. She buys Christmas cards because they're cheap in January because they go on sale. So she buys all the cheap Christmas cards as well and gets those. Right, I'm going to stick this just behind the stem of the lily. Just so we've got a bit of yellow hanging with the weeping willow. These plastic bits. I cut some of my nails and I can't grab now. Then I'll do another one. In fact, I'll do one underneath to give it some depth underneath so it's not just all on the top. Clean them. Yes, I think with this, with the design of this, when she's walking forward, obviously she's presenting herself, but the people behind will see all of this. So I think she will be happy. I hope you'll be happy. So we're going to just add these in. Was that a single one or double? Yeah, single. We'll put one up here. Bear in mind, I am gluing everything onto each other's stem. Once I've got the main ones in place at the front, you know, in the tiny hole that I had with for the bulrush, and then the fan. Once all they was glued in and a few of the weeping willow, then everything now is glued on top of each stem, not all on the ceramic. Because if you don't have Gorilla Glue, I've tried it before. With the glue that I had for my glue gum, I think it was called Wick or something like that. I tried that on them before on ceramic, didn't stick. You could just, you know, after a couple of days, you could touch it and it'd come off in your hands on ceramic. But with the Gorilla Glue, that doesn't. Right, let me move all of these out of the way, guys, because I think that is it. I don't want to overpower and make her look silly. I don't want to come in back for a refund. Right, let's move her here. So I hope you can see. I'm just going to get rid of glue string. Just going to get rid of all these little bits that are hanging around me for when I do my work and I've got a clear bench. Right, guys. Well, there she goes. Now, doesn't she look beautiful? She really does. It's better than the other one that I did. Much better. I've even had a customer ask me if the last one, if I was selling it, and I said no, because I love this so much. I wouldn't get rid of it. That's why I want to use it for something else. So it's more of a decorative purpose, really. But you can go and purchase Buddha heads like this without it being a lampshade. You can get them from any homeware store, you know, where you can buy pots, pans, vases, things like that, lampshades, you know, and you will get a Buddha one, maybe not as big as this, probably bigger or similar size, and you can just take it from there and do something similar. You could get them in a nice grey or a copper colour. I've seen them in copper and they are beautiful, really nice. But she's got a white, you know, she's white, and I think with her being white especially, everything bounces off of white, as well as, you know, some other colours. So that's her at the front, like I say, and the people like if it was me walking behind her would also see the decoration of a display from the back. So I hope you enjoyed that. I really did. I really loved giving her a different style. So again, if you enjoyed it and you want to give it a go, give it a go. You'll have lots of fun. You may even talk to her like I do. So I think she likes it, if she hasn't moaned yet. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to go and grab myself another cup of coffee. So again, please have a go, have fun doing it, and please subscribe and share to your friends and family, and give us a thumbs up. And if you've had a go at one of these, send us some pictures. I'd more than likely, love to see what you've created, because I'm sure it's going to be wonderful. So all the best. Have a wonderful day, even though it's raining here, and I will see you tomorrow. And Julie, I hope you like this one too. So take care, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow, and stay safe. Bye bye.